What up, everyone? I know this is a late review for this movie. I know it came out a couple weeks ago, but I just got to see it today. The Equalizer 3 with my boy Denzel Washington. I've seen the first two. I really enjoyed the first one. The first one was great. Really didn't care for the second one. And after watching this one, which I enjoyed way more than the second one, I really think they could have taken the second one out and just put the third movie as the second one and just have these two movies instead of a trilogy, because the second one is, acting wise, it's good. Acting wise, it's good, but the action in the second one is, I don't know, man. I didn't like the second one a lot. I really didn't like the villain. I liked the villain in the first one, and here in the third one a lot better. Start off the positives. I think this one is the best when it comes to cinematography. The cinematography is great. Italy looks beautiful. We don't get a lot of action, but what we do get is really great shot action sequences. I think it's the best out of the three. And I think the characters and the side characters are a lot more interesting here than they are in the other ones. Overall, I still think this series is a pretty generic action series, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I would say we're actually missing a lot of these nowadays. I think the first one took its time more compared to the second one, but the third one has a different story. It has a different pace to it. The first two acts are very slow, and I would say the third act picks up, but it's a pretty slow movie, but it's not boring. It's thoroughly entertaining. It's nothing crazy other than the action. That's obviously the most memorable part. The intro to this movie is terrific. I love, like, the first 15 minutes of this movie is just really well done. Really well done action. And when I saw how violent it was and how gruesome it was, I really wanted more. But there's the only negative thing to say about this movie is that there's only 3 action sequences. There's one at the beginning, there's one in the middle, and there's one at the end. And other than the one at the beginning, the other 2, they don't really feel rushed, but I wish we just had more time. He kills everyone really, really fast. And you just don't get enough action. Like I said, there's only 3 scenes. I get Denzel's pushing 70, but this being the last movie, I did want a bit more. Going into it, I heard that there wasn't a lot, so I wasn't expecting a lot. But the scenes that we do have, I thought they just would have went on a little bit longer. They didn't last that long, other than the first one, which is very well fleshed out compared to the other 2. It kind of just happens and it's over with. The other only complaint I have, it's not about this movie, it's just about the trilogy as a whole, is Denzel Washington's character doesn't really have any weaknesses. It's kind of like a John Wick scenario. He's never really challenged. Like, you know he's going to get out of the situation. And spoiler alert, I think it was a huge missed opportunity. But they really could have killed him off at the end of this movie, and they didn't. I'm all for happy endings. I enjoy those. But for some reason, just when someone iconic dies, I find it more memorable, and I'll go back to it and watch it more. A happy ending is nice, but a movie like this, I really wish that Denzel had, like, another Equalizer to go up against. I think that would be really cool. But the guy he goes against here doesn't pose any threat to him whatsoever. He gets hurt once in this movie, and it's from a kid. Like, no adult human being hurts him whatsoever. He just fucks everybody up. So it would have been nice to have that happen near the end if they killed him off and had a bit more of an emotional ending. But I mean, he basically kills everyone and he lives on to live his life happily, which isn't a bad ending, but I just rather something else. I don't know. I feel like they could have done a lot more with this character in these past 3 movies. But, like, if you just want to turn your brain off, have a good time, they are cheesy movies with cheesy kills, but Denzel does such a good job with the acting. That's why we all watch this trilogy. If it wasn't for him, this trilogy would not be as watchable as it is. I don't think another actor could have pulled it off. And him doing the whole "you got 10 seconds" kind of thing, that's not even in this movie. Like he does it at the beginning, and then the next two fights, he doesn't use his watch or nothing. He just puts it away and he never picks it up again. So that was a bit disappointing. Now that I think about it, I didn't realize that until now. Yeah, the last couple action scenes are just him fucking people up. There's no Equalizer moment. You got 10 seconds. You only get one scene of that, and that's about it. I wouldn't say the movie's disappointing because I was actually very entertained, even though there wasn't a lot of action. I really liked the characters. I liked the world building. I liked the atmosphere, the vibes. The score of the movie is really good. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. Just wanted more, even though I knew there wasn't going to be too much action. I think they could have done more character work, made the movie a bit longer. The pacing of the movie's really good. It's slow, but it's good, if that makes sense. So if you haven't checked out the trilogy, I would. The second one isn't like horrendously bad, but I don't have any desire to go back and watch it. I'd rather watch the third or the first one. I would definitely watch the first one again. I don't remember too much from that. So yeah, that's really the review. Tuesday, I'll have a review of The Flash, and then Wednesday, I'll have a review of the Telltale Expanse game I've been playing. And Thursday night, I'm going to go see Saw, so I'll have a review of that out on Friday. Thank you guys for watching. I'll check you later.